Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation, and welcome to Monday. It is the start of a brand new week. Our teacher for this week is Krishnamurti, Jiddu Krishnamurti. I really love his work. It's been exciting to dive into his words again, getting prepared for this week. And we are using the words of Jiddu Krishnamurti to jump into this week together. Sunmari, good morning, happy Monday. And Anthony, good evening, happy almost Monday. Lorraine, good morning. Good to see you at the start of our week. I'm sure we'll have a whole full week of meditating together this week. Nella, good morning. Happy Monday to you. Hope you've had a great weekend, everybody. Jacqueline, good morning. Happy Monday. It is so good to see you. Pat, hello. Good morning. Happy Monday. Awesome seeing all of your beautiful faces on my screen this morning. All right, let's jump into this week. What does Jiddu Krishnamurti have to share with us that can help us look into our week ahead and jumpstart this week? The first one says, "In oneself lies the whole world, and if you know how to look and learn, the door is there, and the key is in your hand. Nobody on earth can give you either the key or open the door except yourself." Karabo, good morning, happy Monday. The door and the key both are your doing. It is your work. It is your journey of getting to know yourself that provides you both the door and the key. Krishnamurti says, the more you know yourself, the more clarity there is. Self-knowledge has no end. You don't come to an achievement. You don't come to a conclusion. It is an endless river of getting to know yourself more and taking more and more steps towards the true self that you are. But he talks about a slow forming of clarity, a continual more and more clarity that is available for you. Maggie, very good morning, happy Monday. He says there is no end to education. It is not that you read a book or pass an exam and then finish with your education. The whole of life, from the moment you are born to the moment you die, is a process of learning. Ilse, good morning. Happy Monday. We've got a beautiful group together today. So he speaks about a continuous process, that we should not have the expectation that our discovery, our learning comes to a conclusion. While we are alive, there'll be more to learn and more growth to be had. And he says he cautions or warns specifically about the idea of certainty, trying to have a certainty. He says the very desire to be certain, to be secure, this is the beginning of bondage. To try and grasp and hold on to something that is certain is the beginning of bondage. It is only when the mind is not caught in the net of certainty, when the mind is not seeking certainty, this is when the mind is in a state of discovery. It always feels to me like when I feel certain that I know something, that certainty in my head looks like a book that closes. Boom. At the moment I have certainty on something, it means that the book is closed. There's a knowing or an assumed knowing, and I'm not really open to discovery anymore. Charlene, good morning, happy Monday. So his caution here is continue learning, realize this process of learning will never stop, and don't try and reach for certainty. Certainty doesn't exist. Remain open and always on the path of discovery. That's our thought as we jump into this week. When we look at the week ahead, how are we showing up this week? Are we showing up for our continued growth this week? And can we remember to try and not reach for the very human part of us that wants to be certain about something, can we try and let go our grip on uncertainty and be open to keep exploring? So if you're ready, here we go. You can close your eyes and let's slip off into this journey together, starting with the first few big breaths. Here we go. Take a deep breath in. And out. A deep breath in. And out. A deep inhale. And let it go. Deep breath in. And out. One more big breath in. And let it all flow away. You can continue with the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you fill up your belly with air, also make yourself a little bit taller. As you breathe in, stretch out your spine, lift the top of your head toward the ceiling. And as you reach your full height, let all of it go. When you breathe out, soften. On your exhale, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and drop your head. Right now, this very moment, with every exhale, and as your body softens, you are teaching your body. You are taking a moment to create and reinforce the pattern in which you want your body to live. You are reminding your body to breathe and take deep, slow breaths. And you are reminding your body to soften. Not walk around with hard, stiff muscles, bunched up shoulders, clenched jaw, but to remember to soften. The more you remind your body of doing this, the more it becomes the natural pattern for your body to live in. And the more you'll find that as the pressure mounts, your body knows how to take a step away and take a few deep breaths. And in order to reinforce that, take a look in your week ahead and make a note of where you have spots during your day where you are able to just turn away from what you're busy doing. Take a few big breaths and become conscious about letting your body soften. You might have, or you might create for yourself, a reminder that every time you sit down in front of your work, to start first with a few big breaths. Your reminder might be that every time you stand up from your work, to maybe go to the loo or grab a glass of water, to first take a few deep breaths. Your reminder might be that every time you get into the car before you turn the key and start up, to first take a few big breaths and soften. Where else do you see in your day the opportunity to bring a few deep, conscious breaths into your day? We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, helping our bodies to stretch and adjust and settle down into the rest of our journey. Let's take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward and roll out your neck muscles. Forward and to the left, and also forward and to the right. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward. In really big, really slow circles. Loosening up your neck muscles and your shoulder muscles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big and slow circles. Loosening up your shoulders and also your back muscles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. Lean your whole upper body over to the left, and also lean your whole upper body over to the right. Very gently lean into your back muscles until you find the edges where the stiffness starts, and very gently lean into those edges. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch and move and adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened into a beautiful, space of presence, we can step into the next phase. And if you ever don't have enough time to do the whole meditation with us, then this would be a good place to stop. Get the first phase in, and then go about your day. But if you're still here with us, we'll step into the next one. With every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed then by a long and slow exhale. Let's take a deep breath in. And hold. And as you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. And as you release, feel into your body. Feel the muscles of your body and feel how they soften. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel the downwards flow. Feel how your shoulders are slowly falling. Feel how your body is slowly softening. Feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in. And hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting, feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. Every inhale is an invitation. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. And as you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath only for as long as it feels easy. And when you release, make it the longest, slowest exhale possible. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, see yourself standing at the start of a new week. See yourself ready to take the first step in. Take your next big breath. standing at the start of this new week. Have a quick look at what your days look like this week. Today is Monday. Do you have an idea of what is on your calendar today? Then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. What do you have coming up this week? Give yourself a quick reminder. Take your next big breath. What is it that you want to create this week? And remember that creating is not just painting a picture, creating a beautiful piece of art. It's also not just the work you do and the creating you do there, but every living being creates while it breathes. We are all creating. We're creating with our thoughts. We are creating with our words. We are creating with our interactions. What comes to mind for you if you ask yourself the question, what do I want to create this week? Take your next big breath. Let's take a big step forward all the way to the end of this week. What is the biggest thing, the biggest item you'd like to check off of your list this week? When you stand at the end of the week and you look back, what is the biggest one thing that you'd like to say, I got this done this week? And see yourself checking the box. I got this off my list this week. Take your next big breath. while intention is a powerful tool, our intention is what gives us direction. No day and no week ever shows up exactly how we intended for it to go. And while our intention might be clear, obstacles, stumbling blocks show up that are outside of our control. How do you want to show up when things this week don't go your way? When things this week interfere with your intention? How will you show up? Take a moment to rehearse this. You have examples from last week and the week before of where stumbling blocks were put in your way. You have an idea of how that could possibly repeat this week. Take a moment to rehearse. How would you like to show up this time? How would you like to handle things differently? It might start with a reminder to stop and breathe. How do you want to show up when things don't go your way? Paint that picture. Take your next big breath. And then take a look at you, your human journey. While some of your thoughts for the last few minutes might have been on work and what needs to get done, our humanness, our human journey is never absent. Krishnamurti spoke this morning about our learning, our journey of learning. I'll share his words with you again quickly. The more you know yourself, the more clarity there is. Self-knowledge has no end. You don't come to an achievement. You don't come to a conclusion. It is an endless river. There is no end to education. It is not that you read a book, pass an exam, and finish with the education. The whole of life, from the moment you are born to the moment you die, is a process of learning. For a moment, take a look at your growth, your process of learning. You're learning and remembering who you are. And take a moment to create a reminder for you this week that whatever you have planned for this week, whatever is on your to-do list this week, this learning process is still included. This question cannot really be answered, but the question is, what will you learn about you this week? What will you learn about you this week? Take your next big breath. take the last few big breaths of this phase together, slipping out of the breath holding space and into the next. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel into your body and invite softness into every part of your body. One more big breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back or lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. The first thoughts by Krishnamurti for our week ahead was that learning is a continuous process. We're never going to get to the final exam and finally pass and finally be accomplished in our human journey. This will always be a process. And I often have the picture of, if you've been going to gym and training hard and picking up over the years increasingly and increasingly heavier weights, and finally you get to a point where you feel that now you've made it, you're really strong. What would happen if you decide that I've done this now, I can put down the strong weights, and from now on, I only have to pick up the small weights? Of course, you would lose the strength you've gained. We don't get to a point where our work is done. We don't get to a point where we can say, well, from now on, I don't have to do any more heavy lifting. I can only pick up the small weights now. It's a continuous journey, and Krishnamurti kind of warns us to not try and reach for certainty. He says the very desire to be certain, the desire to have certainty, to have sense of security, this is the beginning of bondage. Our desire for certainty is a trap, because it is only when the mind is not caught in a net of certainty that it is in a state of discovery. Our process of continuous learning stops when we think we have found certainty. difference between knowing, having a knowing, and stepping into the unknown. Think about it for a moment. Your own knowing, your own sense of knowing. From the day you were born up until this moment, there has been a recording happening. Everything you know is in that recording. Our small self, our ego, attaches to that knowing, because the knowing gives us a sense of certainty and a sense of survival. But what can we create from the known? What are we able to create from what we know? The only thing we can create from the known is more of the same. Holding on to certainty and holding on to the known is what makes us repeat the past. If we want to create new, we can only do it from the unknown. If we want to create new, we need to become comfortable stepping into the unknown. When you let go of your sense of certainty, you expand into discovery. May you be in a mode of discovery this week. We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for the privilege of standing with my toes over the edge of the start of a new week. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for the opportunity to look into the week ahead and create a little bit of clarity. Create an intention for my week ahead. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for realizing also that my intention gives me direction. But most of everything is not in my control. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for knowing that when the stormy seas of this week arrive, and they'll arrive even if my intention is clear, for knowing that what will sail my ship through stormy seas is a clear intention. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for being on our journey this morning. Michelle, good morning. Happy Monday. Hildegard, good morning. Thank you for popping in. May you have a very clear intention this week. And may that intention be what sails your ship if there are stormy seas for you this week. But let us not forget, we can't control the stormy seas. Stormy seas will arrive, and calm, beautiful days will arrive. The only thing we have control over is how we set our sails. Beautiful week to each and every one of you. Thank you, somebody. I'm quickly just going through who I can see. Thank you, Charlene. Thank you, Lorraine. Thank you, Pat. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Nella. Thank you, Lorraine. Thank you, Leshna. Good morning to you. Have an awesome week, guys. See you soon. Thanks, Jacqueline. Ciao, ciao.